What's up, guys? My name is Mason, but you can call me Golden. I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while. It wasn't all my fault. There was like 2 days where I could have made a video, but I didn't really have any energy to. But then there was a few days ago, I think like Friday or something, where my Wi-Fi just cut out. I don't know much about Wi-Fi connection really, but I think our like Wi-Fi line froze or something. So anyway, that shit wasn't working. But it finally is today. I hope you guys all had a great day. Mine was very eventful, to say the least. This story actually takes place today. It was just like a few hours ago. It was at school. I actually know the exact time it happened. It was like 11:38. But anyway, this story actually involves a gentleman that I have mentioned in 2 videos, and they actually revolve around him completely. His name's Tony, and it's not actually Tony, but I just call him that, and I have been in the other videos because I'm not going to say his actual name. Watching my other videos that I will link in the description will be very helpful, and it will kind of catch you up on whatever's going on now, because there's honestly becoming a series with this kid, which is not a good thing, because I am 100% a victim in every situation. So I do highly suggest you do watch those videos, but if you don't, I'll give you a short recap, or not a recap, but like kind of who he is. Basically, he's this kid that was in my socials class last year at the first semester, and he happens to have special needs, and he has this very big obsession with me. I don't know why. I'm nice to him, I guess. I interact with him sometimes, I talk to him. But yeah, really, he has no reason to harm me in any way. I don't know what his issue is, but yeah, that's beyond me. I'll just get into the story. Sorry about that. So as I said, this story took place today. I got out of bed very slowly, got dressed, put on cologne, deodorant, and did my hair. Y'all are probably thinking, Gold, what the fuck are you doing? You're gross. But don't worry, I didn't shower because I shower at night. Because, well, I did just say I got out of bed slowly, and that's my problem, so I shower at night. So it's not as big of a problem. I started my truck and then grabbed these little meat pocket things that me and my dad meal prepped the day before. Well, I guess I can just say yesterday. So I grabbed 2 of those, started eating one, and then once my truck was warm enough, I got in, drove to school, jamming to some tunes while eating this little thing. Got to school. I just got new courses, so I'm in investment and money management. We were talking about like stocks and shit, how to make money, how to maintain a healthy or comfortable balance. Today was going good. And then I went to gym class. I was doing this push-up challenge because I started a push-up challenge. It's like for a fundraiser for mental health. So a few people in my school are doing it. I don't think many people know about it. It's mostly just the gym class. So I was doing some push-ups during this class, and then we were playing 4-corner soccer, which I did not enjoy because I hate soccer. Well, I wouldn't say hate. It's a strong word, okay? But I just don't enjoy it very much. I'm sure many people can agree, but some people are like, dude, that's the best sport. And I mean, shit. I'm glad you got a sport that you really enjoy. I just don't like it. I don't know. But yeah, all was good. And then lunch started and gym ended. I grabbed my second little meat pocket out of my truck because I was hungry now. I was eating that, grabbed my water bottle, filled it up. And I was just walking around the school. I never usually do. I usually just like take my truck to a fast food place, buy food, but that's kind of why I wanted to start meal prepping, so I didn't do that, and just so that I would eat more as well. But yeah, I was just walking around the school, seeing my friend Kira and Haley, was talking to them for a few minutes, and then Haley wanted help finding a person that I didn't even know, so I don't really know what I was doing. I was just basically walking and eating. So we're just walking around upstairs, and then we go downstairs, talking to her friend that's crying about what her boyfriend did or something. So I'm just listening, trying not to make any faces that she might find offensive or whatever. I don't know. She was really embarrassed, so I didn't really want to do anything that made her feel more, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, we continue walking, and we're just going down this hall. We're on the downstairs now, and we're in between the cafeteria and the library now. And luckily enough, there was a camera that was like directly on us. But anyway, Tony, I hear him calling my name. He's like, well, not my name, but the nickname he calls me. He's like, hi, Mace. Hi, Mace. And I'm just like, what's good, Tony? How you doing? And he's like, I have my food in the cafeteria. And I'm like, that's awesome, Tony. Good for you. And I was like, I have my food in my hand because I don't know. I was just eating it. I didn't know what to say. It's kind of awkward sometimes. And I didn't realize in the midst of this, Haley walked off into the cafeteria and she ended up not seeing any of this. But anyway, after I say whatever I do about my food, he is just like, he makes that noise. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Everything with this kid is so unexpected. So anyway, he proceeds to grip my fucking face. My view is just like his thumbs and a bit of his fingers off to the side. So I thought he was going straight for the eyes, trying to take my eyes out or something, which would not be good. I don't want that shit to happen. So anyway, he just ends up like scratching my face with his thumbnail a little bit or something. I have visual evidence on my face of him damaging me. And then after this, he like stops for a second. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Tony? And then he goes in swinging. And he wasn't going for like a normal punch. He was going for like a fucking hammer fist. 2 of them, matter of fact. He hits me one in like my forehead. And then he goes in for the next one. I grab his arm. I block him. Fuck, this is really hard for me to explain without moving. Like doing movements a lot. I'm just realizing I am doing like everything that happened as I speak right now. But anyway, I block his second throw and I grab his arms, like hold him by his side so he can't do anything, kind of restrain him, and I drop him to the ground, like very lightly. I was making sure I didn't hit his head or like, I don't know, just bring him to the ground with force or anything, because I would never want to hurt this kid. He's awesome when he is not hurting me. So as I have him like pinned down to the ground, I'm like, Tony, what the fuck are you doing? You cannot be doing this. You've done this before and you have to stop. You can't be doing this. This is not good. And he's like, sorry, Mace. So I'm like, you better not do anything when you get up because I'll have to intervene, which he probably had no fucking clue what that means, but whatever. He didn't end up doing anything, but I also didn't know what I would do if he went in for more. Like, I really don't want to use, I don't want to use physical violence upon this kid because he doesn't know any better, clearly. And I don't know, I'm just not one to do that to somebody like him. But I couldn't imagine if he did that to some random little girl that wasn't able to defend herself, because I'm honestly a pretty big dude compared to him. So fortunately enough, I was easily able to defend myself, even though he got a few scrapes and bruises in. But the result of it was much less than it could have been. So I'm glad it was me. I'm just glad I was the victim in this situation. And the same goes for him. If he were to do it to somebody that wasn't so nice and just went straight to fighting back, he would end up seriously injured, possibly. So that's another thing. I don't know how I did it, but I still had my food in my hand. And when this was over, I still had it in my hand. And I just continued eating it. I don't know how I kept it in my hand, but yeah. So I just went straight up to the office. The stairs were like nearby. So I forgot to mention, after I let go, he just kind of like walked off into the cafeteria. And that was that. There was a few TOCs, or not TOCs, but like hall monitors and TOCs, I guess, that had seen this. And they were like, why did that happen? And I was like, I don't know. I'm going to go tell the office. So I do that. I go up to the office. I just walk in there. I'm like, this Tony shit needs to stop. And they're all like, oh my goodness, because they have already dealt with that. Like they knew what happened like a few months previous. So they're like, holy shit, not again. So I sit in the vice principal's office, and then she comes in and she's like, oh my goodness, not again. Because she sees my face and I'm like bleeding a little bit because he scratched me pretty good in some places. My nose was bleeding, not my actual like nostrils, but like on the outside of my nose, it was bleeding. There's like a spot on like the top, like on the bridge of my nose, and then like right under my eye, and then like scratches like along the side kind of, which I still have, but I'm just saying. So I basically explain exactly what I just explained to you guys, and we go over the camera footage, and the vice principal also called up the teacher that's like supposed to look after Tony, and she ended up showing up like when we were in the midst of finding the footage, because it took us a long time. Even though I was kind of like telling her directly when to go to the time, she wouldn't for some reason. I don't know. And anyway, this teacher, I'll call her Miss U. So Miss U comes in. She's like, "Oh my goodness, Mason, are you okay? What happened?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I'm like, "Well, I guess you'll see once we find the video footage." And we did end up finding it. And that's how I know the exact time. It was actually like 11:38:37 or something. Like 37 seconds. Yeah, I remember the second it happened, quite literally. And they just witness it, and they're like, "Holy, we need something that's serious to happen. Like, he can't be around you and whatever." And I'm like, "You said that the first time." And she's like, "Yeah, but for real, like, this actually needs to happen." And I'm like, "Okay." And to be honest, I felt pretty betrayed because I was always super nice to him. Well, I still am. I was super nice to him. And later on, I actually found out when when the vice principal called my dad, she explained to him that when my vice principal went over the footage with Tony, he was getting mad at the footage because he thought somebody attacked me. And my vice principal was like, "Tony, that was you. Tony, that was you that did that. Isn't that just crazy?" Tony thought that, like, it was somebody else attacking me, and, like, I don't know. I want to know what goes through his mind, or like what actually happens, because it must be like a mode, like fucking the Incredible Hulk, where he doesn't like really know what he did. It's so weird to me. I just want to know. I want answers. But yeah, that was crazy to me. He didn't even know he did what he just did. And a couple hours after it happened, I have Tony on Messenger, and he texts me, quote unquote, "Mace, did you get a Band-Aid?" Like, I don't know. It's like he goes into this rage mode and he doesn't even understand what he's doing. I really want to know what it's like for him. And afterwards, I went back to my gym class because I seen that it was open. People were playing basketball. And I thought that I could do more push-ups, relieve a little stress maybe. And I ended up talking to my teacher from last year. She was my fitness teacher and also my gym teacher from this semester. My fitness teacher from last semester, not last year. And my gym teacher from this semester. And I explained to them like everything that happened. And they were like, "Holy shit, we have that same student in our classes as well." But yeah, anyway, I'm having a meeting with them. I don't know if it will be with Tony there, but I really at least want to talk to his parents, because I haven't still. I feel like I should have the first time that it happened, but you know, whatever. So yeah, that shit happened to me today. I thought it was pretty intense, so I thought I would tell it on a story time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy, leave a like, subscribe to see more, turn on notifications to not miss an upload. See you guys all in the next one. Later.